Welcome to the Impactful Engineer Project. I'm Steve Maxey, and with my co-host and brother Jake, we are here to bring you guidance, fresh ideas, and the tools to help you become an impactful engineer. Welcome to the Impactful Engineer. Our mission is to give you the blueprint for career excellence, not just the textbook answers, to have honest conversations for engineers who are sick of the status quo. But who are we? And why should you listen to what we have to say? Well, I'm Steve Maxey, and after a decade of grinding as a product development engineer, I changed my approach and started advancing quickly to my current role as a senior manager in product development. And I'm here with my brother Jake, who found career success as a senior electrical engineer, but he is now building NLS Engineering, a consultancy firm in the AEC industry. We believe the biggest problems you face aren't technical, they're human, and we're here to open the door for you to make your career undeniably great with mindset shifts and tools to use daily. But it takes your decisive action to make it happen. Hello, Jacob.
What's up? I was thinking about the intro when you said, we believe it's not, technical. Mm-hmm. It's human. And while just 10 short years ago, that was pretty true. And there was a lot of things out there that pointed towards or supported the theory that, we could be full of shit. Mm-hmm. And woo-woo people. But now I was like, yeah, pretty much. Because with AI, our technical abilities can just rise in a limitless fashion. It's just no longer going to be as special as it used to be, or as big of a differentiator as it used to be. Being the person that knows all the technical nuances and all, it's just every single month that goes by that I use the systems that are coming available, and just realizing that the accelerated pace at which it learns and gets better and is catching up to my intelligence as far as what I know in my niche little corner of the universe of electrical engineering for building systems. It's catching me, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And I know a lot of shit. I've had a lot of experience and I know many things. And I just know that within 10 years from now, it's like, okay, well, I know some stuff.
Yeah, I think the real turning point for that is going to be when you don't even have to ask the questions, right? Because right now you have to ask the right questions to get the information that you are really after with the AI stuff. But pretty soon you're just gonna be like, here's the result I need, go, and then it just gives it to you, right?
Yeah,
that's when it's going to be real crazy powerful.
Yeah. It's both entirely fucking scary and just daunting and paralyzing at the same time as it is super exciting and just like, what do we do now? What does the landscape look like then? It is very exciting. You know what I mean? It's just, when gunpowder was invented, when the bow and arrow was invented, when, all the way to like the internet, and then now this, it's just like, is a lot of excitement too.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, yeah, I know we already touched on this a little bit before the recording, but that actually plays right into all that is doing is adding to our leverage.
Yeah,
right?
Our time is exactly the same. Yeah, we didn't just invent new expanded days or change the physics of time passing.
And to catch up the listeners, we were talking about the output equation that Alex Ramosi usually likes to talk about, and that's
it makes so much sense.
Oh yeah, output equals volume, right? Multiplied by leverage, and volume is usually going to be either quantity of things or time, right? And time is usually the variable that's plugged in for volume, because you're like, hey, do more, work more, right? More hours, but there's only 24 hours per day. And you have the same amount of hours in a day as every other person on planet Earth. And so how do some people have more output? Well, that shifts over to the other side, right? Which is leverage.
Yeah.
And leverage is an infinite resource, all right, or variable that, and it's, how much experience you have. Also, how well can you integrate systems like AI, relationships you have, right? I mean, there's so many things you can plug into the leverage portion of that equation to boost your output. And so a lot of people,
more people, including more
absolutely.
compute power. Yeah.
Well, I would actually say more people would go to the volume side, right? Because it's just more. So
yeah, but how much? Yeah. Okay. Let's stick to that definition of leverage that you proposed in the beginning. I would say doing the same shit but having more people do it, I guess, is a leverage point in a sense.
Yeah. Okay.
But that does directly relate to the volume of the thing that you're doing. So if you have 1,000 people with the same amount of
skill sets or whatever,
exactly the same skill set, then that's just more volume. So I think you're right. And then if you had 1,000 more people, but they all had different varying levels of leverage, because some are way better and some are way worse, then you have this compounding effect. Also, so as you add more people.
Yeah, and one of the reasons why I want to talk about this.
Yeah, how does it relate to an engineering career?
So, but one of the reasons why is when people are asked to do more output, right? When you have a boss saying, "Hey, I need you to do this thing on top of everything you're doing, and by the way, nothing can be late," right? You're like, "Well, shit, how do I actually accomplish that?" And the default is always work more hours, right? That's what people like, pops in their head. To do. Exactly. And you know what? We still do it to a degree. Because that's the quick fix, right? You're going to be like, shit, all that shit's due tomorrow. How am I going to do this?
What else would I do? And the next time it comes by, I'm just going to do it all myself again too.
Exactly.
So stay there. Yeah.
I urge people to consider, okay, yes, you can, in the short term, more volume, do more work. Okay. But how can we increase our leverage as well? So you can learn new skills to accomplish things faster. That could be one leverage increase. That won't help you tomorrow, but it could help you, next week or a month later when you're asked to do the same thing, right? Accomplish all these things.
Which is where we should be thinking.
Exactly. You always want to look ahead. Use AI tools, right? If what you need to get done can be accomplished by AI, then leverage AI. If you can delegate it to someone else in your team, leverage that person. So there's a lot of other points that you don't have to just work more hours to get something done to boost your output. So sometimes you have to, and that's okay. But you can't. It's unsustainable to continue to do that day and day and day and day after, right? You have to figure out how to increase your leverage to increase your output.
I would say it's essential for an impactful engineer to do so. You're just not going to learn everything yourself and be able to do everything yourself. And the more you move up in the company, specifically for a career trajectory, you're going to have more and more responsibility and higher leverage activities that you need to perform. And if you're not building that, leverage side of the equation, building the skills and learning new things and having mentors just totally shortcut your understanding of stuff, and you're not doing all those things or reinvesting in yourself money-wise, buying courses, going out and webinars and buying mentors time and whatever it is, if you're not investing, it's just going to catch up with you if it hasn't already, and you're just going to get burned out, or you're going to stay. Well, for impactful engineers, you're wanting to move up and do more always, right? So staying put and just being okay with your current level of output for the rest of your life, it typically is not okay with you. If you're listening a lot to these episodes, you're wanting to do more. So yeah, that's highly, highly necessary to continue moving up. And so if you don't have volume, you have nothing, because it's volume times leverage, right, is your output. So if you don't do anything, of course it's zero, right? But which one do you maximize, right? And it's always that leverage, because you can't just go into a hyperbolic time chamber and work for a year and then come out and it's been a day. If you could, then maybe we'd be having a different discussion.
Yeah.
Right. But
good old Dragon Ball Z reference there.
Yeah, exactly. You want to up your power output
Mm-hmm.
very quickly. So yeah, that's like a quick. Just think about it. I mean, do you have any more examples, Steve, that of out of leverage in your career that you've seen just make?
I think I hammered all of them really fast, so it's kind of makes for a shorter episode. But that's
just
yeah.
Use that mindset as you move through your career, and
Mm-hmm.
the thing that keeps people from building leverage is, you keep working your job and eventually you're going to get more skilled, right? But so just time passing, you're going to build your leverage, but you can do much more if you just don't let the opportunities slip by. Like I've been doing this for NLS recently, and I've just like realized what it is that I am doing, right? Every single time I write a proposal, because my proposals are solid. They both sell, market, define the scope. The costs in there, of course, terms and conditions, whatever. But like the document itself isn't just a scope of work to explain the job that I'm going to perform aligned with the owner's desires. It's also a chance for me to say and market NLS and our execution standards and how professional we are and be a differentiator. I have a whole section in there that's about us, what makes us different. And it's specifically tailored to pain points that people see all the time. So when they read it, they go, oh, this person gets it. So back to my original point, every time I write a proposal, I'm improving that. So the tendency, and especially for me, because I like to move fast, is just write the proposal and send it out. But every single time I see something that, oh, that sounds really good. That's great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I go to the root folder. I find the template. I open it. I copy paste the new thing in. I put a little note to myself that says why it's important that be in there. Close it out. Finish the proposal. What stops most people, that increases my leverage in proposal writing.
Incrementally every time.
Every single time. But what stops most people is they're not willing to put in the effort because they just want to get the damn thing done and move to the next.
Yeah.
So my message today is put in the extra effort and the mental expenditure of energy into increasing your leverage in the activities that you're doing. Because if you start paying attention, you're going to find those things that you go, holy shit, I haven't done this before. It made this drawing package or this scope that much better. And then you go back and make sure that it can be repeated with ease the next time you do it. Checklists is another one. Dude, promise you, if you do that for 5 years straight, the next 5-year guy next to you is going to be way less in the leverage column than you are.
Yeah. Yeah. And you temporarily boost your volume side of the equation to grow the leverage side of the equation, right? Because you're spending that little extra time to go in and make those incremental improvements on whatever you're working on.
More. Yeah.
So you are doing more. And so your output is going up slightly right there, but long term, you're boosting that leverage side. And then so it's going to get larger and larger and larger.
The fallacy is that, well, no, you're spending less time writing more proposals, so you're sending out less proposals. But that's a fallacy. You're going to skip that extra effort to make the leverage higher, and you're going to get more proposal out per unit of time. But eventually, that leverage is going to way, way outpace your volume. And so you're going to get more out for what the same amount you put in next time. And then I'm going to pass you like crazy.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I think that I like it.
It sums it up.
That pretty much makes it clear, man.
Yeah. Yeah. If this is unclear, well,
where'd that even come from?
Yeah.
Experience, I guess. Oh.
Yeah. All right.
Good.
Well, short and sweet.
Do that alone. Do this one thing alone a lot. And you're going to, who gives a shit about the rest of the episodes? Just do that and you're going to win big.
And then come back for more because it worked.
That's right.
All right. So I know you just learned something. So all we ask is for you to share this show. Leave us a review, 5 stars. Comments are even better because it lets people know specifically why this made an impact to your day. And it's the best way we can continue to create value and impact for the engineering community.